Good morning, class. Some of you have asked for a video about how I make my videos, so this is what that video is. So originally when we went into pandemic quarantine, the goal was just to give you something to keep your brain alive, something interesting every day, something to challenge you and to expand your view of what science was and what history was and what our world was. Videos were meant to be supportive and interesting, and then once the district decided what distance learning was supposed to look like, they started to become more lesson-based. They often had current events, but also lectures, and that's how we ended our school year. When the school year began, we had different expectations. There was higher levels of expectations for synchronous learning, higher levels of expectations for assignments that you guys would be completing. There was different types of videos. More time to spend synchronously meant more time together online. So here is about how my videos have been made every class day since March. I get up every morning around 3 or 4 a.m. Yes, that early. But the house is quiet and there's no interruptions, so I'm able to get a lot of work done. I get some coffee to start off with, and then I get some tea started for later in the day. I spend time looking through the news for any stories that tie into what we've been studying, what we plan to study, or some major science event or history event that we just can't possibly ignore. Once I settle on a topic, then I start researching to learn more about it. I start a script. I try to keep it less than 2 pages long because I know if it's less than 2 pages long, it's going to be less than 6 minutes long when I finally film it and edit it. And that's my goal, is to make sure that the videos are short enough that you guys are able to spend the time looking at it and able to watch the whole video. As I explain it, I brainstorm for props, demonstrations, effects that would make it easier for you to understand the concepts. So I might grab a placemat from the cupboard, maybe a skull because I'm going to talk about something that's related to skulls. I also gather a list of links for the bottom of the document. Some of these are sources for where I got my information, and some of these are extra resources that I want to offer you to explore the topic so you can learn more about it. Sometimes they're a simulation, sometimes they're a website that has some type of interactive, but these are all things so that you're able to dive deeper and learn a little bit more about the topic in the areas that you might be more interested in than others. Then I start staging so I'm able to film. I get out my camping lantern and this light fixture that attaches to an old camera the camera doesn't work anymore, but the light works. I get out my camera. It's 10 years old, but it still works just fine. Usually there's a step stool or an extra chair involved somewhere. I even turn on all the porch lights I can because when I start out here at first thing in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm filming, it's usually pretty dark. I dig through my daughter's toys and my toys and lab supplies for things I can use in the film. I change angles, I film, I add green screen by adding my daughter's chair and then filming something in front of it. Then around 6 a.m. I start getting my daughter up, fixing breakfast and editing. Sometimes literally running around the house to get things done. I add a title screen by editing in Google Slides. Editing is done in iMovie. I edit graphics for inserts. I insert title text throughout the video to emphasize certain points. I cut out any long pauses in my talking. Heck, I try to get out all of the pauses. It really makes a difference in taking a video that could have been 17 minutes long and getting it down to 4 minutes. Sometimes I add special effects, but only if I think that it's going to help you understand the topic. I really don't have time for a lot of extras. Plus, I'm still learning this stuff. I've only been doing these videos since March. So if it's something new I'm trying, it's something I learned at 4 o'clock in the morning while I was trying to figure out a good way to introduce the topic to you. Finally, when everything is done, I save the files into a single MP4 file and upload them to YouTube. I paste in the transcript so viewers can look to see what I'm going to say in the video. Then I post the video, the transcript, all of the extra links, and put all that into Google Classroom with an assignment with a question asking something about the video so that you guys can give me feedback on what you've understood. On a good day, the filming, scripting, editing, all of that takes about 2 hours. On a really in-depth day, it might be 8 hours for a single video, but that's when I'm doing an experiment or I'm filming something that requires time-lapse or something like that. Still, my goal is to get it all down to 5 minutes or less. When this all began, school was entirely asynchronous. I met with the students in live meetings once a week, but all of the assignments and instructions were asynchronous. They could tune in anytime, and then I would help them throughout the day as they asked me questions, sending me messages, and I would reply back to them. I would post everything around 7 o'clock in the morning, and the rest of the day I'd support them while helping my daughter with her own asynchronous school responsibilities. Then the school year began, and we had new expectations on our time, and things got extremely more difficult because synchronous time was locked in. Now it looks like we're heading for hybrid in-person instruction, and that's going to make things even more difficult. Frankly, I'm not expecting that I'll be able to keep up these videos while I'm doing in-person instruction. I'm going to need that extra time for commuting, sanitizing, managing in-person instruction. I really enjoy making videos for you every day. I hope you enjoy them too. I really hope you guys learn and continue to learn something new every day. Have a great day, guys.